Okay, we should be live and it should be better. I connected an Ethernet cable, so we should be live. 674 subscribers we're starting off with. That is pretty crazy. Okay, we should be live. It should still a little delayed, but 4 subscribers we're starting off with. That is pretty crazy. Okay, we're good. We are good. We're Gucci. Okay, I'm gonna post in the Discord as well. All right, we're good. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Zahid. Oh, I gotta open up my Top Step. Did I pay for my? Did I activate my account yesterday? I hope I did. Cause I'm low-key don't have enough time to activate it right now. I'll miss 9:30. Oh yeah, I did. Okay. All right. So today marks the first day we're trading our live accounts, all of them. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We have no news today. I'm pretty sure, right? Congrats for the Top Step account. Thank you, my man. What do we have today? I'm pretty sure we don't have anything. Oh no, we do. We have an orange folder, but it's whatever. 10 a.m. is our orange folder. Other than that, by the looks of it, for me, okay, so we're nested in between two higher time frame PD arrays. We tapped into a daily BISI, and we are respecting a 4-hour SIBI. Now, do I think we're going to react off that 4-hour SIBI and move lower? No. Is there a probability that we can because of all this price action? Yes. Again, we're still very early on to the Trump presidency, so I'm still holding longs relatively, still very bullish. What I want to pay attention to though is I'm looking at how price reacts to, first of all, like any bullish PD array. All right, you're looking at this inversion here. Price did not touch, or did it touch it? Yes, price barely touched into the inversion and it's already trading away. We have some sort of like trend here going on, right? I'm not a trend line trader, so don't yell at me, but I like to point out what's in the hindsight. And what's in the hindsight right now is that we have some sort of rejection here. So what I'm anticipating 930 to do is to bring us lower and then we move up higher. I want to catch longs. We're in that hourly inversion already though, right? Back into this BISI as well. The fact that this hourly inversion failed because we traded into the hourly SIBI here, traded away, displaced lower, and then this failed makes you want to say we're going to move up higher. Now let's go to the regular trading hours and you can see that our gap is very small. Very, very small. Now let's just see where the open is. Nvidia's up 1%, Tesla's down 2%. So right now it's going to be choppy. Gonna sit on my hands for a little. Nvidia looks good. Nvidia does look pretty primed to rip up higher, which kind of makes me want to say NQ is going to rip up higher. Now in terms of looking for longs or shorts, if we have a 930 Judas, I want to see price move lower, take some of these lows, but I don't think we will have one, just for the sole purpose that we're reacting off of this inversion already. So I'm anticipating that price just continues up higher. And what I would look for, let me jump up a time frame, is a displacement above a high, and then I'll look for something. Bought my first 50K eval on Elite Funded. Nice, Sharo. But yeah, I'm looking for like a displacement above a high, and then it trades into that displacement at a macro time frame, like the 950 macro. You guys are gonna witness my live trading now because I don't have any combines to like fuck around and take riskier trades. So you're actually gonna witness my live analysis. My how do I say this? My conservative trading. So I might not be taking as many entries as I used to, but I'm sure this could help you guys learn a lot. I was thinking that price will reach till 21268.25. Then we can look for the shorts. 2168. What makes you say 2168? Why do you say that? Is it because of Is it because of a standard deviation? I'm guessing. I don't know, but I don't think that. I honestly, I think I'm not. I'm a day trader, right? I'm a scalper. I don't really care about the daily bias. I care more about like 1 minute. I mean the 1 hour biases and the 4 hours. So you can see that price wicks into this and then fails to make a higher high, and it's continuing to displace lower. But we have a swing low formed here, and on the daily chart you can see, right, trades down into this daily BISI and trades away from it. Now in terms of Asian range, let the indicator load. I think we do ARPIT. This is CME data. If you don't have live data, if you have to purchase it. If you don't have live data, it's a little different. So you can see Asian range, we dipped down a little bit, but we're still accumulating, right? We haven't manipulated that crazy. But again, this is my draw on liquidity right here. Bearish SMT. That's if we are bearish, but yeah. Again, we can look here at the 4 hour, or yeah, 4 hour trading. We traded down into this 4 hour BISI, and you can see price respecting that on the ES, as well as the daily chart. We did not trade down to the BISI, but we are in a volume imbalance. On terms of the 15-minute or the hourly chart, you can see that we did not trade into the inversion. We did over here, but we are trading away from it. The YM is moving higher, ES is moving higher, just not right now. Same with, and then NQ is consolidating. But again, I'm going to keep my eyes out for 950. I'm going to be, again, because I don't have any combines to trade anymore, and I'm not going to go buy any more combines because I have all my live accounts. I'm only trading my live accounts. So now I'm a lot more conservative when I'm trading. So I'm gonna wait for the macro time frames. I'm gonna stay patient. I'm not gonna force any entries. If I miss something, I miss something. I only want to take an entry when it trades into something at a specific time, and my risk management is gonna be on point. I'm gonna be way more conservative, just for the sole purpose of you only need $200 winning days. But we're ripping higher right now. So you can see that we formed relative equal lows down here. Nvidia up 1.1%. Anything else up a lot? XRP up 4%, bro. Why? Bitcoin's down 3%. It's about time it retraces a little, man. But nothing really crazy. Shopify up 18% today. Wow. What the heck? Other than that, nothing too crazy. We're moving higher after a bearish wick. But again, it's still sloppy. I don't want to enter into price here. And you guys for 670. Bro, I went to sleep with 660, like 5 subscribers. I woke up with 674. So something went on overnight. I don't know what happened, but y'all subscribed a lot, which I appreciate it. But other than that, I mean, I don't see anything too interesting. Right. We broke structure and we're holding this displacement, but it's not a macro time frame. We're still earlier on to the 930, so this could most likely be a Judas. And you see that we're trading back up into the 4 hours, so I don't know if I want to take this. I like that reaction on the inversion though, and we're trading away. So I'm gonna get rid of this daily box because we know we're in a daily BISI, and we trade away from it. So what would my risk be here? I could do like a small risk trade. I think we're gonna have a big wick, so I'd do like 20. And then what would my take profit be? My take profit will be ridden up all the way up here. The hourly, we're just approaching, we're breaking this high. We're in the new week opening gap. So I'm looking at this fair value gap here. You can see it broke structure after wicking down, manipulating at 9:30, and then it reverses back up higher. So I just want to see how price reacts to this fair value gap. Now the key thing to do when you pass evals, and this is what I've learned over time, is when you pass combines, don't change the way you trade. Because you pass the account, you've definitely gotten 5 winning days and you got up to 3K. So you passed the account by, you would have gotten a payout if what you did on that combine was on a live account. So don't change the way you trade. So I'm still taking the same type of entries. I'm just being more conservative now with risk management and how many trades I take a day. So I just want to watch how this fair value gap treats this. If it even trades down to it. I don't think it will. I think it's going to just rip up higher. Nvidia's up 2%. So it looks like Nvidia is going to have a green day. So I want to anticipate NQ to move higher as well. Just want to see this tapped into.
Order filled.
Okay, we're in a position here. So far it's not looking too good, but we'll leave it because it is earlier on to 9:30. Could have a wick. Just want to see where the body closes. So as you can see, the body's closing above the fair value gap, which is a good indicator of price being very bullish. Now, is there a probability we can still wick lower? In times where it's not very volatile, like 9:30 to 9:50 is a very volatile time. In times where that, I would have put my stop loss to this low, the low of this candle. But because right now it's volatile and this wick moved quite a bit lower, I just, for safety, I'm not going to be too greedy. I moved my stop loss just a little bit lower in case it would wick. But so far we have a good reaction on this trade. Now in terms of my take profit, I need to move that thing up there. It's a nice little trade. Other than that, we're seeing some respect still. We see ES is continuing up higher. We broke SMT, which is good. YM's moving higher. Nvidia's starting to move a little bit lower, which I don't like, but it's rebalancing. So far, Every candle has respect consequent encroachment with the body, the way it closes. So that means there's some sort of rejection going on in this fair value gap. The price is very volatile right now. It's going up and down, up and down, up and down. So right now during this time, I just want to talk to myself and make sure I'm staying cool. Risk management is fine. Losses are okay if losses happen. Okay, yeah, so that's not a good look. Which is fine. We're still open for another trade today. Now, using that information, it looks like this 4-hour fair value gap is going to work. This 4-hour SIBI. That's very close to my stop. Imagine I win this trade. Most likely what I think is going to happen is it's going to use this SIBI to drive price lower after taking buy side liquidity. So if it doesn't close this imbalance in this candle, I'm going to close the trade. Or unless I get stopped out. But does trade past the opening range, the little opening range gap one more time. Trades into this little inversion here. But there's nothing that crazy that I'm keeping my eye on. Again, I want to see this closed. Don't think it's going to happen. So I'm going to close my trade once we get into there. If we get into there before getting stopped out. Just being patient here. Okay, so we're just hanging below it. I'll trade into that SIBI and I'll close my trade. Well, actually the way the candle closes, first of all. If we trade into that SIBI and it closes below consequent encroachment, I'll close the trade. But it doesn't look like it wants to. We'll see what this next candle does. Because it could rip right past that SIBI. I don't think that's going to happen though. So now my stop loss is below consequent encroachment of the opening range gap. If you touch consequent encroachment, I want to see price body past it. If it can't do that, I'm closing. So if the candle reverses bearish, I'm going to close. $20 for the close. It traded past consequent encroachment, which is a good look. There's a decent... Oh, okay, yeah.
Order filled.
I'm closing that. Okay. Small little loss, which is okay. New week opening gap acting as fine resistance. It is acting at a pretty good resistance, but I think it's also the 4-hour SIBI as well as the 1 hour. Again, I'm going to sit on my hands here. Closed early, so I have even more to risk on my next trade. Now I want to wait for something because right now it looks like price is just going to be seek and destroy. Video's back down to under 1%. All right, we're trading back down, closing that gap. Tesla's down 2.6%. So right now, price is just messy. I'm going to wait for a macro. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to sit out for now. Yeah. I think today's going to be half risk regardless, just because of how price is just still accumulating. And there's no news today. Again, this is the new week opening gap coupled with the 4-hour and 1-hour SIBI is acting as pretty strong resistance right now. And if you look here, you can also see that SIBI's kind of getting respected. I just want to see what 950 does, where 950 brings us. Right, because there's still a high possibility that we could move up higher and totally disrespect this SIBI. Just on the sole purpose of we're actually in a daily BISI. But I just want to wait because if we do displace and trade into a fair value gap, I'll take this trade. Right, there's a high probability that if we are bullish, we can take this high before the macro and during the macro trade into the fair value gap, and then I'll take that trade. Other than that, I'm just going to wait for something to happen. I'm still bullish. Overall, on the day, I'm bullish. We have a small opening range gap. T-minus 1 minute for the macro. Let's see if they're going to engineer anything. Right now we're displacing above this high. Almost, yep. So now I want to see a fair value gap form. I want to see this displacement stay there. I don't want to see it wick, because then I'm not going to be interested. So far, nothing too into sloppy. Okay, well, I do like how this wick lower and then it closed up higher. Okay, so let's hold it. Oh, okay, never mind. I was like, let's hold this displacement, but I guess it doesn't want to do that. Well, we did body above this high, which is a good sign. Nah, I'm just going to wait for a bigger displacement, and then I'll catch institutional order flow entry drill, to be honest. I'm not going to try to catch a reversal. I want to wait for price to start moving up higher, then I'll catch a trade. Today's one of those days where it's most likely you're just going to chop. So I'm going to be a little bit more conservative with my stuff here. So you can see we bodied above this SIBI, and now we're trading back into it, treating it as an inversion. All right, price trades down into the discount of this SIBI and now starts trading up higher. We also are trading above this wick of this breaker. And you can see price is kind of respecting it. I'm not going to take that trade just because there's no fair value gap, so I'm just going to be patient. It also tapped back into the new week opening gap, so let's see if that's a little bit of resistance. If you are new here, though, and you want to watch my streams, make sure to subscribe and put the notification bell on so you know when I'm going live. I stream every single day I trade. If I'm not streaming, that means I'm not on the markets trading. Yeah, this is definitely ripping up higher. It was just trading down into this order block, which is a crazy order block, bro. And then it's continuing up higher, so I want to see if there's any institutional order flow entry draw I can catch. We do it during a macro time frame. So now I'm looking at this. This fair value gap. We can see ES is trading away from that BISI now. Right, in that 3-minute order block. YM's reversing lower, but it's in that 15-minute BISI. And then we have NQ here. So I want to see how price reacts to it first.
Order filled.
I'm going to enter in. Oh, I got slipped. I did not even see that. It's fine. I'll just move my stop. No, I'm not going to change my stop. It's like a $20 difference to put it down there. So I actually got filled. Where's my open price? My open price is right here. 6.5 hour. Obviously, I'm taking partials, so don't think I'm crazy. I'm going to go to this range. I'm going to go to the 4 hour. There's actually not really that many partials to take in terms of high probability partials. I mean, we could look at this intermediate term high and take some off. It's right before that imbalance, so I'll look at that. So this is going to be buy side liquidity. These are my two partials. We are trading back down lower into the BISI. But there's a volume imbalance, so it's fine if it trades past consequent encroachment. To be honest, I don't understand how to set up right orders with the right risk management on TradingView. Good morning, my man. Thank you for the subscription. What do you mean? To be honest, I don't understand how to set up right orders with the right risk management. Like to calculate your stop loss? What do you mean by that? How to calculate your stop? Okay, NVIDIA is turning back up higher. Just traded back down into this inversion that it had. And honestly, the markets follow NVIDIA. I'm not gonna lie. Like, bro, too many times. Yeah. Oh, it's just you find your stop loss. So for example, mine's 16, and let's say I was risking $1,000. I'd do 1,000 divided by 16, and if you're doing micros, divided by 2. If you're doing minis, divided by 20. That's it. But so far we have a good reaction on that BISI. You can see that we trade a little bit lower just because there's a volume imbalance down here. So it's okay if it wicks lower, but the bodies relatively stay above price. So that's why. So I'm looking, it's pretty decent, the reaction. I do want to see displacement. You can see that price traded into this BISI at 954, which is during a macro time frame. The BISI was also formed during the macro time frame. So I do want to see price move higher. I don't like that wick on how it failed to move up higher. I do want to see a displacement above this high, or else I'm going to think it's another rejection off of the new week opening gap. Because if you look at consequent encroachment of the new week opening gap, which is this dashed line, that's a clean reaction. But even if I drop down to a lower time frame and I look here, 15-second, that SIBI got disrespected. Has consequent encroachment. If I go to the 30-second, again, we traded above consequent encroachment of the SIBI, so I'm not too worried. 675 subscribers, bro. Let's go. Almost at 700. Other than that, we're starting to trade up higher. I want to see price continue up higher above these highs. So we bodied above consequent encroachment of the new week opening gap. So now the discount of the new week opening gap can act as support to move higher. See how it it opened above the consequent encroachment, but wicked down lower to discount the new week opening gap, and now it's driving price again higher. We are trading again into this 1 hour SIBI, which is also a 4 hour SIBI. So this is kind of a danger zone. I'm going to drag my stop loss to this low now. Okay, so my stop loss is just below this low. Now that we traded into the SIBI. We should rip higher here, though. We should continue up higher. News in 3 minutes? Correct. It's orange folder, though. Ben, how do you get order filled sound from TradingView? It's not from TradingView. I don't trade on TradingView. I trade on TopsFX. Like I open my positions on TopsFX. So that's why you hear the order filled. So we have this order block. This is a strong order block. And why do I say it's a strong order block? I'll explain in a second. Let me just measure out the fib. Because this is a down close candle that traded into an imbalance. So if price disrespects this, it's probably not going to continue up higher. Do you think it'll be manipulation or distribution? What are you talking about? News in 3 minutes? I don't know, but we're approaching my stop. My stop's just down here, just to cover the volume imbalance because, yeah, that looks like we're going to reverse down lower. If we do not close up above, I just want to make sure, I'm pretty sure this is going to be manipulation prior to news. If we, yeah, the way we closed. I just want to make sure I survive it. You know what I mean? I don't get wicked out here. 1 minute till news. Notice how we're trading up higher instantly. I want to close out this imbalance. I think this is a strong manipulation, and if we do continue up higher, which we most likely will, that's where everybody's going to put their stops. So look, yeah, look at that displacement getting closed. So if I moved my stop loss last second a little bit just to identify that this pre-news manipulation, 10 a.m. should drive us higher. Like, it honestly should. If I'm going to win this trade, 10 a.m. should drive us higher. If it does not drive us higher, I'm not liking the trade. I most likely will close it. Because should be manipulation. It took a low 1 minute prior to a news drive. That is just bread and butter manipulation. If we're bullish, right? See, 10 a.m. should rip us higher. If it could reverse here because it closed below consequent encroachment of the new week opening gap and did trade back into that 4 hour SIBI. So you can see here. Yeah, there is news, Daniel. It's orange folder. It's nothing crazy, but it is orange folder. I forgot what it's called. It was FOMC member Waller speaks. You can see here. Tuesday, 10 a.m. So again, we're just hanging around here. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. My internet's getting slow. I hope we don't crash. Alright, we're just rejecting off of this breaker here. You can see low, high, lower, low, higher, high. We'll measure this breaker because it's the higher one, and you can see we're just rejecting. You see how price respects mean threshold perfectly? So we're just rejecting off of it, but we're lacking the displacement to move higher on NQ. Alright, we're just consolidating in this BISI. Yeah, but that's still news, Daniel. Even if Powell doesn't speak, it's still news. If this trade loses, I'm probably not going to get into another one because it's it looks low probability. 2 entries that could be low resistance liquidity run failed because of the probability of today. I'll sit out. I'm watching on Trading Economics. Yeah, use Forex Calendar, bro. By Forex Factory. Everybody, ICT says to use that one. Everybody uses that one. Nvidia up 2%. Nvidia is ripping up higher. But NQ is actually falling short. I have a pretty red day today, to be honest. Again, we're back into this BISI. We don't want to see this low taken. That's pre-news manipulation low. If it takes that low, it's probably going to reverse down to sell side. Yeah, it's going to reverse down to sell side. So the lows is probably going for is these equal lows. I think it stopped out there. Why didn't I get stopped out? Oh my gosh, it's like one tick away.
Order filled.
There. Micros is a lot different. Okay, so we have this displacement. We're going to approach this sell side liquidity here. I don't think it's even going to factor in that displacement, but it could. So if I have one more trade for today, and then I'll get off I'll lock myself out if I lose. Because I don't want to over risk. You can see this is 17. And it's going for sell side. Those equal lows. There's also these lows down here it could go for. I think it'll go down here. Because of this reaction, because it trades back into the imbalance, it's going to rip down lower. I was bullish until we got this reaction here. Once we got this reaction on that SIBI, I'm like, yeah, I'm not bullish anymore. So I think today's going to be the bearish day of the week. Tuesday's going to rip us lower, probably below this low. So I'm going to draw this out. We're going to actually probably go down below previous day low. Do you use 7 to 830 range? Can you explain it? I don't use that. That's just to factor in engineered liquidity. I don't really use it that much. This is like the no trade zone. I don't even look at the markets during these times. Red means no. If I wake up early, because I usually wake up at 6 a.m., do not look at the markets during red. Yellow means I can peep at them, but I'm not taking a trade. And then after that, if I see a setup after 8:30, I could take it. That's off stream, but usually I don't want to. I love starting a XFA with a losing trade. And why? Because it cools my temper down. Because if I open up an account and I just win right away, I'm going to get greedy, right? And I'm going to go, oh, I'm about to get a payout, blah, blah, blah. And on my first 5 days, I'm going to get a payout. And then I get greedy. And then when I lose, that happens. So if I could take this trade, then that would mean that would factor in. I wouldn't factor in this SIBI. But we could have a bearish day today. Good morning, unknown. Will I trade CPI tomorrow? Post CPI, yeah. I'm not going to trade CPI I'm not going to trade 8:30. But I will trade after at 9:30. So I will be streaming tomorrow. I'm not in this trade, by the way, guys. I'm just keeping this here to keep an eye on it. I'm not in a trade. See, we took this high on Nvidia. It looks like it wants to continue up higher, though. In terms of the 4 hour, though, we rip up above, and at 10 a.m. we close and we're moving lower. So my longer term bias has flipped to bearish now. Yeah, I'm bearish now, just because of the reaction that we had at 10 a.m. So I'm looking for a low resistance liquidity run or institutional overfill entry drill type of trade. No, I think the daily chart's going to go back down below the previous day low. Five-minute fair value gap looks good. It does, but that's in 2 minutes 30 seconds. So if it's nested, then that could be a possibility. My stop loss doesn't really. I like taking my fair value gaps on the 1 minute. It's more precision. I'm looking at this one right here. But if it takes sell side liquidity before trading there, I'm not going to take it. Which is a high probability it will do that. So I'm probably not going to get into this short. Yeah, sell side liquidity taken, so I'm going to hop out. Now, let's see if it continues to rip lower or not. I have this 5 minute. If our bias is bearish for previous day low, then I can use this 5 minute and target a different thing. So 35. 3.5 RR, this would be a little bit better of a trade. But note how we take sell side liquidity, we're trading up away right away. That makes me not want to take this 5 minute imbalance. But yeah, but ES displaced below those lows too as well. Right, ES is reacting off of that order block there. So it's decent probability we could trade into this 5 minute candle in 52 seconds. Or you can see it trades into this wick. It's moving lower, so it might not even trade into the 5 minute SIBI. Okay, new 5 minute candle.
Order filled.
I'm gonna take it. Last trade of the day, folks. It's in this 1 minute SIBI. I'm gonna take a position off because it's instantly ripping up higher.
Order filled.
To save myself. Wow, that was a quick fucking trade, bro. Might not be a last position of the day. We'll see. Up into that highest SIBI. I took one position off. Yeah, I'm gonna take another position off.
Order filled.
Yeah, I don't want to overtrade today. I'm not gonna take another position. This is my last trade. It's chop. It's up, down, up, down, up, down. So it's just chop, chop, chop. I'm not gonna fight myself on stream here. It's taking buy side and then it's going down to sell side. It's gonna take buy side to sell side, buy side to sell side. So I'm out of this. I'm gonna play conservative. I'm not fighting myself here. I'm not gonna overtrade. But yeah, I'm not stopped out yet, so I'm just gonna wait. Tough day, yeah. Tough day, but it happens, bro. Look at the price action. This isn't anything you want to trade. Nvidia's ripping up higher. Tesla's moving down lower. NQ's consolidating. It's just seek and destroy type of day. So I took majority of my positions off. I could still win this. If I do win this trade, I'll make all my money back from this trade, but not all my money back from the loss today. Actually, I'll be break even today if I win this trade because I have like barely any contracts in. But it's going to use this as support to move up higher. So I'm going to close in a disc to, let's see where this candle closes and then I'll close my position. Get a little bit extra money. No, we're approaching my stop. Anyways, that's it. I want to trade more just because I want more content. I'm not going to overtrade. Look at the 15 minute. I see the 15 minute. It's disgusting. What about it? Oh, I could win this trade. I'll add a little bit more positions in though if we have another fair value gap bearish. But I could win this trade with that reaction. Price is disgusting, dude. I'm not trading for the rest of today. What do you mean tape read? Oh, 15 minute? No. Nasty. Tape read? Listen, dude. I want to stream, but if I'm not trading, I don't want to overtrade. I don't want to feed into a gambling addiction, literally. Because if I'm gonna overtrade, that's gambling. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna add one more position here.
Order
I
filled.
might open up price, so. Other than that, I don't know. I'm not gonna overtrade today, so this is no matter what the last trade, even if it turns high probability, even if I see a A plus setup, I'm not taking it. I'm totally out. Because look at this. I'm not trading this price action. New 5-minute candle, new 15-minute candle. It looks like it wants to move up higher. ES was a better choice. They're both sloppy today. ES is a little bit cleaner though. Other than that, there's nothing I really want to do here. Trajecting off of that should be fairly well. Doesn't look like it wants to move lower though. Doesn't look like it wants to move higher either. It looks like it just wants to stay in the middle. Let's see, we traded into that inversion. No, we didn't. We just touched. Did we? No, we didn't. Other than that, a clean reaction off that SIB. Yesterday was clean, so today might not be that clean. Yesterday was pretty clean. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution, clean short day. But let's see what this does. This is my last string. If I win this trade, I'll be break even on the day because I took majority of my positions off, my contracts off on this trade. And by the way, me saying I win this trade means it needs to go down there. I take a partial, then down here, and I take profit. Which I don't think is going to happen, so. It is rejecting off of this SIBI and the inversion fairly well, though. I'm not going to lie. Again, it looks like it wants to continue up higher. We'll see what happens, though. The displacement is about to happen. I feel it. I feel it. I feel like something's about to displace. Some type of volatility is about to rip in this market. I mean, if you think about it, we have not traded above or below midnight open price of 930. Yeah. In the opening range gap is really small, so. Unknown, I'm not going to take any more positions after this trade. I mean, unless I win and get enough profits to cover for my past loss, then I might, because I'm at the deadline of I'm not trading anymore. Zahid, yesterday was not a bank holiday. The banks were on. The markets were open. Like, the markets were open. It says the bank holiday on Forex calendar. It's not. The markets were open 24 hour. Like, not 24 hour, regular session hours. Same with Nvidia, same with the markets. Everything was running, so. Listen, if I get enough for this trade, then I'm going to pyramid, right? Move below this low, I'll drag my stop loss to this high, and then I'll pyramid another trade just to get a little bit more for a possibility of a winning trade. But other than that, I'm not going to take a position after this trade, win or lose. Actually, no, if I win, I might take one more. You were able to partial out 1.2 RR. Nice. Okay, we're back into SIBI again. Looks like it wants to move lower. I'm not going to pyramid yet because I'm not in the positives. Let's see one more displacement. See, price taps consequent encroachment of the SIBI, and now it's closing lower, which is a good look. Will you trade PM? No. Don't trade PM. Think we could possibly rip lower here. Alright, we trade back into this SIBI, take that high, and then we can move lower to previous day low. Look how close I was to my stop loss. The reason why I didn't add any positions there is because I want to see one more displacement, then I'll add extra positions. But that SIBI, I mean, it bodied past consequent encroachment, but it is reacting. I don't like that wick. Trades back up into the SIBI. Now it's moving lower again. Displacement below this low. I'll add an extra position. Price is still really rough right now. Nothing too interesting. Price is still very rough. But yeah, I told you guys, I love starting off my new XFAs with a loss because it controls myself. It makes myself recoup after when I get off my computer. I was like, all right, just be smart. You'll make it back. Relax. And it makes me be smart. But if I instantly get like a 5 RR win, yes, that's nice, but I'm going to come into tomorrow with the expectation to get another 5 RR win. So that's why I'm I like losing. Obviously, I like winning, and I would prefer a win over a loss. But I'm not. I'm perfectly fine with a loss on my first trade. So a displacement below this low is what I'm looking at, and then I'll put my stop loss to that high. I'll literally add like 2 more contracts. Nothing crazy. It's trading between Asian high and Asian high and low is so annoying. Yeah. Seek and destroy, my man. Just need to control yourself during these days. These days are the most likely for traders to lose, so just make sure you don't blow your account. It's okay if you lose too. Just make sure you don't blow your account, and then you're fine. See how we lack to displace there? I'm not liking that. All right, trades down into this 3-minute BISI. It's ripping up higher. I'm gonna close. My stop loss is at this high. I'm gonna drag my stop. Not actually, just above it, just above that high. Because knowing this price action, it could wick that high and then move lower again. It's because it's factoring in the upper side of this BPR, that inversion. I'm not closing yet. Are you targeting those equal lows? Those equal lows were already taken, my man. But there's equal lows here. So you can see. And then there's equal lows here. And then there's relative equal lows here. So I'm guessing you're talking about these two. I'm not targeting those. I'm anticipating price to move lower. Again, price is just very sloppy. Tesla's down 3.4%. Most of my tilt. Hold on, let me just open up the 1 minute so I can see. Most of my tilt happens around these days. Psychology is very difficult, but a maximum trade day rule will save you from going on a massive drawdown. Yeah, as long as you have like somewhere to not go past. And I recommend, instead of putting your lockout, like don't go past at a normal account, just put it like one little extra level higher. That saves you from being able to catch like a really nice trade if you've seen it. But no matter what, if you do go over that, it locks you out. So for example, if I was trading a 50K account, I'd put that at like $600, right? $600, no way. That factors out almost one winning trade. So I'm not doing anything more than that. That's for a combine. For an XFA, it would be at 500 because 400 is 2 trades. For a 50K XFA, I don't want to lose more than 2 trades, which is $400 because I'd risk 200 per trade. Now, 500 would be the max. I'm out. Am I gonna hit 500? If I was trading a 50K XFA, would I hit 500? Lose 500 max losing days 4 days in a row? No, I don't think so. I hope not. So it's very unlikely to blow your account, even if you get up to 500 on a day, negative 500 on a day. But it's very easy to blow your account if you go to 1,000 on a seek and destroy day. Very boring price action. Very, very boring. What is ICT tweeting, bro? Feels like they want to change the algo. Again, I lose this trade, I am out. Even though I haven't streamed for that long, I'm ending stream. Nvidia and NQ are opposing each other at this point. Yeah, which means seek and destroy. Low probability. Trade back into this inversion one more time. So it's our last active support to move lower. My stop loss is just above it. Stop loss is right here. And we are out for the day.
Order filled.
And we're out for the day. I'm gonna lock myself out. All right, so which is fine. I'm trading 150k combines. On my last winning trade on my not combine, sorry, XFAs. On my last winning trade on my XFAs with 150k. Let me go into my history. I won $2,700. So I'm that winning trade is 1,900. So I'm still in risk management. I've lost today $897. My stop limit is at 900. So just a little under. Before you go, do you mind doing a trade breakdown? I will. I think we're going higher, probably, but I thought we were going higher here. I thought we were going higher here. I thought we were going higher here. I thought we were going lower here. I thought we were going lower here. I think we're just going to consolidate. So I'm taking all my positions off. I'm out for this day. This day is low probability, and don't care about today. I'll do tomorrow. If you are in the same position as me, guys, if you lost today, don't try to chase it. Look at this price action, identify a seek and destroy, and come back tomorrow. You'll have a way higher probability of getting it. Now, on terms of my trade breakdown, just placed above this high, right, at 930. We manipulated lower, taking lows. We just placed above this high, held the displacement, traded into it, respect consequent approach with the body, took the long, and then that failed. I tried to get back in long here, went up higher, tapped into the 4-hour SIBI, then failed, and then I tried getting into short here, or here on the 5-minute, and then that chip chopped, and then broke even, or a little bit less than broke even. In such days, do you, brother, close the market and do what? In seek and destroy days, I close the market and go do whatever I want. I go to the gym. But I'm not going to blow my account. I'm going to accept a loss. Yeah, I got to learn how to accept losses. I'm going to actually lock myself out because I didn't do that yet. And I'm going to accept losing. I'm literally I almost talked like Trump. If I'm going to trade, I'm going to accept that I'm going to lose. I love the way he talks. Like, don't see the market at all. Yeah, I get off, dude. If I'm not trading, I get off. I get off. There's no point. Dude, Daniel, I get off. If it's seek and destroy, there's no such thing as A+ setups because the day has already been low probability. You're here every day. Every single day I trade, Pedro, I'm live. So I trade quite a bit. So I'm usually live every day. There's very choppy price action. Yeah, that's why I'm locking myself out, not going for anything more. I don't want to overtrade. One thing I noticed about some streamers is they feel the need to trade just to hold the audience. For example, Tanya, I feel like she trades a lot. Maybe that's just her trading style. Yeah, no, I'm not one of those guys. I like my XFAs. I just got 2 more 150k XFAs that I just activated, so that cost me around like 1.8k to activate. So I'm not trying to blow those in one day. Starting off with a loss, which means tomorrow I'm coming in with a new mine. Well, the same mine actually. By the way, have you taken the trade from the bearish breaker above? No, I'm not touching this price action. You talking about this? No. This is slop. I'm not touching it. Other than that, If you guys are new and you're not subscribed, please make sure to subscribe. It helps me, stay motivated to just live stream. My goal is 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Pretty sure we can hit that. But other than that, I'm pretty much done for today. 10:30. Yeah, we're just nesting on this new week opening gap, small opening range gap, which is a sign. I've actually noticed this many times. I'm gonna write it down into my journal now. That when price has a small opening range gap, it's most likely gonna be a seek and destroy day. Other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and yeah.